Hey, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I don't know why I'm doing this. Alright, so first let me say that I am petrified of needles. Like, that is no joke, alright? I have a tattoo already, and it was such a mission to get, alright? Now, having said that, I'm issuing a tattoo challenge. Now, a lot of you might be wondering, what is that? Well, there's a link in the description below. Please go check it out. It's called the Tattoo Challenge. In a nutshell, if you guys can get me to 5,000k subscribers before the 16th of August, I'm gonna get a tattoo chosen by you guys. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I decided to do this. Having said that, enjoy the show. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sit Down and Lockdown. This is not Let's Talk. This is Sit Down and Lockdown, where I usually have a guest performer on the show, ranging from musicians, magicians, and comedians as well. Tonight, I have an up-and-coming comedian by the name of Vision, and he's graciously decided to come onto my show, and we're going to talk and get to know him a bit. I first met Vision, correct me if I'm wrong, Vision. I first met you at the Comedy Cartel Comedy Showdown, I believe. It could have been an open mic night, but I think it was that. Was it that?
Yeah, that was that show that you were promoting and something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I can't remember how well you did in that competition. I don't mean that as disrespect. I don't remember the entire thing. It was such a blur and chaotic time organizing that competition. But there were so many great, talented, up and coming comedians in that competition. Some of which are still doing very well. And some of which, I don't know, haven't heard much from them, but lockdown now, stages are very scarce for comedians. But yes, Vision is joining me tonight, and I am so excited to have you on. Thank you for joining us. So let's start with this. Explain. I always like to ask my comedian guests this. So, what got you wanting to do stand-up comedy?
Okay. Look, I always wanted to do comedy, but my dad and my parents are actually strict people.
Yeah.
They were like, you need to be educated first. You can't do arts. They always thought that, art or something is last option. You have to be educated first. So, like, my dad was that strict that if I fail a subject in passing, he would like bring me my change. I need my money.
Sounds like my dad.
Yeah, so I had to do school first. So like I always wanted to be on stage. I had to finish school. It was like a requirement, one of the bucket lists. So that's why. But I always loved comedy from a long time ago. And I finished studying, I was like, okay, let me get into comedy.
Okay. And your first time on stage was how was that? Like, how did you get? What was your first time?
So the first time it was in Claremont at Rascals.
Oh yeah.
I saw an ad that was being promoted by Jalen Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
So then I went there the first time, but it was so terrible because it's first time.
Yeah.
You think that you know stage, but there's the technique of the mic, there's like the other comedic poses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was not okay. Then the second time was at your show.
Yes.
That was the competition. That was the second time.
Yes.
So I would say that went terrible as well. But I didn't give up, man. I enjoyed it though.
I don't remember you doing terrible at the competition. That I know. I know you didn't do terrible. Like, I remember you got laughs. Like, I think maybe you're being a bit too critical of yourself.
Yeah, but okay, but no, like it was my second time. I left the stage. I'm like, no, what did I do?
Yeah, that
But
happens.
but I didn't give up.
Yes.
Like, you learn every time you go on stage. Like, okay, I should do something like this. Change the way you do you present your work or something. So basically, that was it.
Yes.
That was.
I'm glad you said that, because there's a lot of people that ask me, like, as people who want to try stand-up comedy, there seems to be this misconception that the first time you're going to go on stage is going to be like, wow, it's going to be amazing and you're going to kill it. But a lot of people don't realize that, even me, when I started out, I was terrible, man. Absolutely, like, disgusting, to be honest. And we all have to start somewhere, and comedy is an art form that, it takes time to exercise your mind, to be funny, to find your voice, to find what your style that you like, that you like doing and performing, as like you said, mic technique and all that stuff. So I'm very proud and happy that you stuck with it. You did something very brave as well. I mean, I didn't know that your first time was at Rascals and then the second time was at the competition. That's a very brave thing to do. Your second time on stage, you decide, hey, I'm going to do a competition. It's very brave. Very well done.
Thank you.
So we got a few people watching. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we're gonna have some fun. Vision, are you good with impersonations?
No, I don't really do impersonations. I can't do impersonations.
Do you want to try?
To impersonate who?
Well, what I sometimes do with the audience on the show is I ask them to suggest some impersonations for us to try and impersonate. If you are not good, that makes it even funnier. Because I'm terrible.
Okay, I think we can do that. I
All
can
right.
try.
We'll do it a bit later. So those of you that are tuned in, stay on. About halfway through the show, we'll try and do an impersonation suggested by you guys. So start thinking of a few. But for those of you that have tuned in, thank you so much. Robin saying good evening. Storm is also here saying good evening. Adrian Bloom saying hi, hey guys. Corlia. Vandermeer saying hello guys. And Adrian Bloom has a question for you. Who's your favorite comedian? That's a good question.
It's like favorite comedian,
Yeah.
locally or internationally?
Give us both.
Okay, so locally, I respect the work of Dylan Oliphant. Dylan Oliphant, like he's just funny. I was at his show here in Cape Town, Mother City Comedy. Yeah, he's very funny. He's very so, but internationally, look, I've been watching Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle
Yes.
is like, I love his work.
Yeah.
So those are like the two people that I watch most.
Really? Okay. Dave Chappelle was the first comedian I ever listened to. So I was happy to go see him. I was blessed actually to go see him live when he was here in Cape Town. Did you get a chance to go see him?
No, I didn't get the chance to get there.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So bombing is a part of getting. Yeah, well, Adrian Bloom saying bombing is a part of getting better. That is very true. It's important for anyone who starts out with comedy never to judge their first show, second show, third show. Just keep on going. Like when you are training to be anything in life, you need practice and you need time to get better. So that's why as a fellow comedian, I'm very happy that Vision has continued to do what he does. And you were mentioning to me off air that you were part of a show this past, when was it, last week?
Yes, last week I went to a show at this Zapata Mexican restaurant.
Cool.
It was a good show. It was a good show. Like after so long of lockdown and without the crowd, like seeing people, interacting with people, that was I actually enjoyed that.
Fantastic. We're going to talk a bit about that show, but Talent says you are a Manchester fan. That's why you chose Dylan Oliphant.
Okay, that's my uncle. Man. That's my uncle.
Thank you for tuning in. All right, so this show that you were at with Sima, who is also a local comedian, and hopefully I'll get to have on my show soon, because I would love to chat to him as well. Tell us, was it weird? Was it weird? Because I've heard of other shows happening a few weeks ago, but this one now, Sima doing his thing, very good on him. What was it like? Was it weird? Was it weird vibes? Were people wearing masks while they were laughing? What was it like?
Yeah, so it was weird because the other half of the people were eating like normally, and the other half were wearing their masks, and there was this social distancing. People were like just, it's like half, the restaurant was like half full, and people were like socially distanced, like very far from each other. And also, you know, you don't know who's laughing and what, because you can't see people's reactions because they are wearing masks. But it's something that is, it's a leap from no crowd at all. Like when you do like a show on your own, and you know, it's just in front of your camera, and but it was good. It was.
It
I
was.
think this time we'll get there. We'll get there. Everyone will be fine, and you know, not awkward about being around other people.
Did you feel that? Did you feel it was awkward to be around other people?
Yeah, it was because look, for so long I haven't been going out or something like that. Like I've been ordering my groceries, so being around other people, it was, you know, it's something that you are used to. Like okay, but now it's just awkward because you have to sanitize every time, and people are just wiping your benches. It was just crazy. But I think that's the new normal.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of us hope that it won't stay like this for very long, but we'll see what happens. One question I want to also ask you about the show. Usually, with these kind of shows, the comedians meet up before the show or whatever. As we're getting ready, we're like huddled together. We're cracking jokes, we're bantering, and all that stuff. Was it the same in this case? Were the comedians hanging out together and just like reminiscing about old times, or were comedians like kind of sitting on their own, just waiting for their
No,
chance to be on
no,
stage?
no, but we were like close because like people that you last saw a long time ago, you're like, ah, buddy, how are you? How have you been? Like we've been talking, like you know, getting to know each other, like again to say, so what's new? How are you doing? And how are you coping? Something like that.
Okay.
So it was actually good because you know you meet some people that you have seen a long time ago. You're like, oh, what's up?
Yeah.
That was- Like, it was not really awkward. It was just awkward with the interaction with the crowd.
Mm.
Just verified.
Yes. And with the comedians and stuff, like oh man, I had a question now and I forgot. Because when you said now that you distracted me when you said that the crowd was far. So is there a thing now where the crowd has to be a certain distance away from the stage?
No, I think now I think it's because the setup of that room, it was the setup of the room. And
Okay.
so I think their tables, they wanted to make a room, something like that. But it's
Okay.
not like a thing because I've never had a thing. But
Yeah.
it was the setup of that room.
Okay. All right. No, that makes sense. I'm still trying to remember what the question was. It was a good question, man. I had a good question about the vibe and it was something to do with fellow comedians. I forgot. It doesn't matter. It will probably pop up. Oh, now I remember. Um, how many comedians were on the lineup that night? So you don't have to mention their names. Just 5, 6, or whatever. And also, was the material in general from all the comedians all about COVID?
Okay. Like I actually pushed myself to do COVID. Like, you know, everyone will be doing COVID. I thought everyone's gonna be doing COVID material. So I distanced myself from COVID. But yeah, a few of them they had like COVID jokes, and yeah, you know, it's like people were trying out new COVID jokes, and that was good. That was good. So, but I thought if I do COVID jokes, you know, it would be identical to someone's
Mm.
because we're in the same environment, we experience the same stuff, so we might have the same material. So I do have COVID jokes, but I was like, I'm not that. So yeah, but there were like 5 comedians there, and yeah, it was good. It was good.
Cool.
Just if 3 of them, I think they had coffee shops, but then they like mix it up with their own like routine
Mm.
material.
Yes. Okay, well that's cool. I always I'm hoping, and I think that as things progress and as we move on from COVID, I think the COVID jokes will end at some point. So Kat is saying, why aren't you both wearing masks online protection? Because we're not. This is like the best social distancing we can do right now, because Vision is in his place and I'm in my place, but she's obviously kidding. Laura Fry saying hi. Talent saying chairman. I'm not sure what he's talking about there. And Yanni also saying hello. So we got a few more people joining us. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is Vision. For those of you who don't know, he's a local stand-up comedian, up-and-coming guy. I've had the pleasure of watching him once or twice, and he's been doing some great things online. Speaking of which, we just spoke about how there's been a show now. You got to be part of that show. It was an experience. It's different. It's kind of like the new norm. But speaking about the new norm, as a comedian, as someone who wants to make people laugh, you've been putting out some videos on Facebook that I've been seeing around and stuff like that. So tell us a bit more about that. How did that start?
Okay, so you see, before the COVID thingy, my main goal was to get, to know more comedians, get to be on their lineups. And so basically that was the idea. I wasn't putting a lot of stuff online. Then with the new normal, I realized that, look, I can still write my jokes and reach a lot of people, and still the same people that I wanted to reach. So that's how it got to me putting on material now online. So it's still the same thing that I was targeting. The target market was different. I was trying to to show other comedians that, guys, I can do this. Can I have more stage time? Then because of lack of stage, I was like, look, I can use this opportunity because people are in lockdown and everyone is at home. So I can grab their attention and improve my craft. So that's how it got to this. So that's why I started doing a lot of videos during this lockdown. Than So yeah.
And how's the response been? Do you feel that people are latching onto the videos and has it been a good response?
Yeah, there has been a good response. So then I try to put the videos very short because there's on social media there's a lot of competition for attention. Like, you can do so much on your phone. So I try to put the videos as short as possible, like 1 minute videos, so that you can just have a 1 minute laugh and continue to what you're doing. And also, you see, social media is mainly for those beautiful ladies. I would rather like a picture of a beautiful girl than watch a video. So you see, there's that competition. So you just have to grab someone's attention as quickly as possible and move on. So that's why I do like short videos. I don't have to.
Yeah, you're very that's very true. Eh? Like TikTok and Instagram especially, it's too much. But thank you for giving us some entertainment during the lockdown. I feel it's very valuable. I will leave a link. Do you have a Facebook page, or is it only your Facebook profile? Because I want to link.
I do. I do have a Facebook page. It's called Funny Business.
Okay.
So yes, and I have an Instagram. It's called Vision Masango Comedy. So
Okay.
yeah, I do those. Yes.
I will
For
I
now.
will I will link those to the description. Yanni, if you're in the chats, you can give the links in the chat so people can go check out Vision's comedy. You mentioned as well off air that you do a bit of an educational thing. You have a YouTube channel and you do some educational teachings, if I can put it that way. Tell us a bit more about that. I'm very interested to know about that.
Okay, so if I'm not on stage, I'm actually a medical laboratory scientist. So what they call us is the doctor's doctor. Like, when you go to the hospital, they draw your bloods and stuff. The doctor cannot diagnose you without us testing your bloods first, and we get the actual diagnosis. Then we say, look, doctor, your patient is this and this and this. So that's my job, basically. So for you to become a medical scientist, there's a few of us in South Africa, and there's a few universities that offer that. So when you're still in university, that's where you are registered with the Health Profession Council of South Africa. So a lot of people, they do like other degrees, like Bachelor of Science, of which that's not the Bachelor of Health Science. So people, they end up like being unemployed, or they try to get into the health system, but they can't because they did a wrong course. So I try to educate people to say, look, this is how you do it. So I have like a YouTube page. It's called Medical Lab Science, something like that. So that's so I do that. Like I do that. So mainly I try to educate people to say, look, we do have, because it's a critical skill in South Africa. There's a few of us, and we need a lot of people. That's why you see that, like right now, the COVID results, they come out late, like 3 days later. It's because we are severely short staffed. We work 12 hours a day. So we need a lot of people. But it's not the problem. It's not because people are not doing the course. It's there's less education on the course. And like in Cape Town, only CPUT offers the course.
Oh,
Then
really?
people
Wow.
who do a BSc at UWC or UCT, that's not the course. So they end up, they won't be able to work because you need to be registered with health profession and stuff. So I try to give people education on that, like how to get registered and stuff like that, and how do you get into the system. So I do that on YouTube. So that's why I don't have my comedy material on YouTube, because I don't think you can share accounts. I don't need to have a lot of accounts, something like that.
Well, you can make playlists. So you can divide your videos up. Like I've done on my channel, I have a playlist for Let's Talk, which is like political, but also interesting ideas. So like battle of ideas and stuff like that. It's not all politics. And then I have the sit down and lockdown. So this is where I interview performers. And then I have my rants, my comedy. It's all in playlists, so people can see what they want to watch. I would recommend you do the same. But I wanna talk more about this because I think it is fascinating. I really do. So you're the guy in the lab that tests samples, correct? If like in a basic way of explaining it.
Yes, that's what I.
Fascinating. How? Tell us if you don't mind, because you were telling me a bit off air. What's it like going into your work now and testing COVID?
Okay, so everyone is scared of COVID, right? Like everyone is scared when we talk about even someone coughing. Like you see, that's the general thing. Like if someone coughs next to you, you're like, wow, COVID. You see, but I have to now like look at the COVID now. I have to run the test and make sure it's fine. So there's now we have like criteria that we have to follow. Now we wear these heavy masks, like they called N95 masks, and we have to wear like double gloves. And it's said, because now we're in the forefront, we're in the front line, and it's said where you see some people, like most people, they say things like there's a lot of people who have COVID, but we don't know anyone who died of COVID. But when you're in the front line, it's sad because you have now deleted your contact. Someone died of COVID. And that's sad because you see, we are frontline workers, and people get COVID. And it's different when it's someone you know. When it's someone else, it's just a number, like, okay, another person died. That's different. But when it's someone you know and someone that you have shared, like, time and moments with, that's it. And COVID is real. That's what I want to say. COVID is real. Because people, they get COVID and you see them struggling, suffering. And it's someone that like this person works hard and stuff like that. That's it. So, yeah, we do the frontline work. And yeah, I think precautionally, we have been doing the same thing. Like we have been, doing precautions because we do the testing of like HIV. We do like other deadly viruses like dengue fever and something like that. So it's just like a step up, but still we have been doing that from day one. That's our job.
And how long have you been doing this job?
Okay, so I qualified December 2018. So I've been doing this for 2 years.
Wow. Okay.
So the setup of the course is that it's a 4-year course. It's a honors degree. So the first 2 years you are in school. Then the next 2 years you are like an intern in an actual lab. So in the lab that I have been working, basically it's like my 4th year. But the other 2 years it was like internship. I was a student. Then I qualified December 2018. So then I can say I'm qualified for 2 years, but I've been doing this for like 4 years.
Nice. Okay. And Do you find that some of these habits where you have to, because like you said, there's protocols and stuff like that when you go into the office. So do you feel that those protocols have followed you home? Like, do you find yourself washing your hands all the time and showering 3 times a day or anything like that?
Oh yeah, so yeah, you get these other habits which are not okay. Like you check the expiry dates on your soap. Like, like you do this other like stupid stuff, man. Like because we work with we have to monitor our open dates of reagents. We have to look at like stuff, and also like sometimes I don't get like some things that should be like an ew to me. Like no man, like because I work with stew, I work with semen, I work with blood, I work with
Ugh.
every every body sample. Like if they want to test for like a cancer on someone's like colon cancer, they give us your stool, like they give us your urine, everything. So I work with such things. Then it's those things they don't get in my face anymore. Like I'm used to that. I come from lunch to go and sit on a stool bench. You see that? So like I'll be laughing in front of those things. And it's not okay, man. Like you become an awkward person. Like people who work in science, they are not okay people. Like that's why I do comedy to just like move away from those people. If you have friends who work in the lab, like you laugh about urine, like that's crazy, you know.
Well, I imagine you guys don't like. I mean, you might laugh about it, but you're not gonna like. I would imagine something like this: like you're in the lab, you get a test sample, and it's like a weird color, and you're like, Bob, I've never seen this color before. Come check this out." Like,
Yeah,
I-
we do that. Like, it's actually, but it's sad because like you see blood urine. Obviously, someone is sick. Like
mm.
urine should not be red like that red. But we just laugh at it like, "Hey, look at this guy." Like that's sad. But we laugh about
Yeah, I
it. And
guess I guess like you kind of have to laugh it off. I mean, yes, it's sad, but laughter is a coping mechanism. And it's very interesting. I mean, oh my word, I didn't even know that it didn't even cross my mind that you have samples of urine and stool and all that stuff. Like, wow. I I have so much more respect for you right now because that never crossed my mind, and I myself I can't handle if my cat throws up. Like I want to throw up. So kudos to you, man. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing because I feel it's very important work and we may sometimes forget that we have guys like you said on the front lines doing amazing work. So thank you, and I would like to tell the people who are watching, please just round of applause for Vision because he's doing good work. Now there was a question that came in. This is from Laura Fry, and she wants to know: does COVID look like the spiky ball under the microscope?
okay, so look with COVID, the way we test that, COVID is a virus. It's a really small virus, so we cannot really look at the virus because what happens is that thing that looks at like that scary thing that they like it's a depiction of a virus. So it does look like that because that's why the corona came from. Corona is just like a crown. You see, like it means crown, so it's like crown like the shape
Mm,
looks like a crown. But mainly we're not worried about the shape of the virus. So what we do is we test for the RNA because
mm,
it's called an RNA virus. So what we do is we break if we get your sample, your nasopharyngeal swab, we then like break it down and then we look for the sequence of that RNA because it's specific to that. So we look at the gene,
mm,
like the gene of that virus, which is only specific to that virus. So that's what we are looking for. We're not really looking for the shape of the virus. We're not worried about that.
mm,
So we're doing what you call that. We only look at the nucleic acid of that virus.
mm,
But it's for educational purposes, they look at the shape and how it looks and how they categorize it, how they put it in families to say this is a coronavirus family. That's why it's called SARS, is severe acute respiratory syndrome virus 2, because there's one which is like the other one that was that was out like 2009. That was the SARS-CoV-1. Then there's this one, CoV number 2. So it's just like in the family of coronaviruses, but a serious one. Then
Okay. But so it doesn't look like what we're being told it looks like?
okay, that's a picture. That's like a picture. Yes, it does. It's like, it's a cartoon. Like, it's like trying to show you that this is a virus. It looks like that. Obviously, it is like crowns. It kind of look like that. But the other one is just like, then they put some scary things, eyes and stuff. Okay,
Obviously, we know it doesn't have eyes, but
yeah,
but I mean the general look of it, which is a ball and these little things sticking out, like that's what it looks like.
yeah, it does look like
Okay.
that.
Obviously, it doesn't have eyes. All right. So, Kat is saying that I need children because that will cure me of of being afraid of weird things like vomit and stuff like that. um, and then love stories. Storm Legacy joined us. Thank you so much, Storm, for tuning in. Love how this started as sit down with a comedian and it changed to medical science 101. Well, I mean, this is why I do this show, though, because I mean, I'm getting to know the guy behind the mic. I never knew, dude, that you were the scientist guy. Like, it never ever crossed my mind. Like, and it's so interesting to me. I could talk to you about this stuff for hours. All right, but maybe we should get back into the comedy stuff. But thank you for sharing that with us. And once again, thank you for the work that you do and stuff like that. I think South Africa should be very grateful for guys like you that are at the forefront doing the tests and stuff like that. So thank you. All right, so next let's talk a bit. Well, actually, we're halfway through the show, so let's do the impression game or the impersonation game. Wow, we're already halfway through. See, I get so caught up in in that topic. But once again, Vision, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find your YouTube channel and I'm going to put a link in the description below to your YouTube channel because I think what you're trying to share and educate people on is very important. And I think you're doing a very noble thing. So I will try and help you hopefully get more people interested in what it is that you do. All right, so the impressions game or impersonations game. Guys, those of you that are listening, those of you that are tuned in, start sending in some suggestions for us to try and impersonate characters, actors, whatever. Yeah, it can be a cartoon, it can be a voice, it can be whatever. Vision and I are not very good at impersonations. You guys know this. Anybody who's been watching my show knows that I'm not good at impersonations. But I do this to kind of put us, out of our comfort zone and try and have some fun. So, Vision, even if it's something you're not sure of, like if you don't know the character, that's fine. We'll move on. But even if it's someone you think you can't impersonate, just try because it's always going to be fun. So I'm just waiting for some suggestions to come in, and while we wait for those, um, Robin is sending you a message saying that is so awesome. Mad respect, Vision. I had no idea either. And actually, Robin requested you to be on this show, so she's a huge fan of yours.
Yeah, she is. She is like she watches my video. Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much.
um, let's see here. Laura's asking, do you test samples in a hazmat suit?
Yeah, okay, so we do that. Like obviously we have been doing that because mostly the first thing is you protect yourself before you test anything. Because if I get anything from what I'm doing, they have to now check like what was I wearing? Was I doing the proper thing? And if I was doing the proper thing, something should be wrong with the system, then they have to compensate me, of which that's expensive. So they make sure that I'm actually doing the right thing to protect myself first before I test anything. So yeah, we do wear like some serious stuff.
Wow. Okay, cool. So we've got some suggestions coming in. Talent would like you. I can't impersonate him. I know I can't. But I mean, I don't even know how to, but I think you would. wants you to impersonate Dylan Oliphant. Come on, you say you watch him, you must be able to. Come on.
Dylan is very funny, man. Dylan is funny. Dylan is funny. Like, there's this other joke that I like. Yeah. Okay. So look, there's this joke of him. Like, it's fine. Like, if you like my joke, my name is Dylan Oliphant. But if you don't like my joke, my name is still Dylan Oliphant. that's that's
All right, cool. All right. Let's see. Rocky. Do you know Rocky? That movie, Rocky, with Stallone.
Rocky.
Yeah, it's that boxer guy. Very old movie.
Oh, yeah, I know Rocky. Like, isn't it like who's this guy? The actual guy who acted there.
Something Stallone, man. Flip.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yes, that one.
I can't do that. I don't have a headband.
I'm trying to remember a line in the movie. Man, because I want to give it a go, but he's got like a. Oh man, I really can't. I can't.
Sylvester Stallone, Rambo, like that guy.
Yeah,
Like,
Rambo, that one. Rocky. I don't know. No, that's not it. I don't know. Like I gotta punch myself, get a black eye, and be like, we won. Me impersonate me. Okay, so this is Beth from Eleutheria asking me to impersonate her. Oh my word. Jeez, I don't know. Okay, impersonating Beth from Eleutheria. Let's see if I can do this. She always sits low on the screen. Yeah, so today I was knitting with my I was crocheting. And I made a blanket. And guys, today I'm going to show you how to take old cloths and you can tear them up and then you can stuff a pillow with the old cloths. Sorry, she does stuff like that on her channel, but she also talks about other things on her channel. So please go check her out. Very funny and very entertaining and very interesting. Eleutheria. Please go check her out. Donald Duck. Okay, that's a good one.
Donald Duck.
Yeah.
Donald Duck doesn't like he has like a starter or something. Huh? Like yeah, I mean, guy, when last day I watched cartoons? I actually don't have a TV. I don't have a TV because if I'm not at work, I'm asleep or I'm on my phone. So
Okay.
I can't.
Give it a try. Is it? I think it's like a.
I could do what you call Perry the platypus, like from what like he doesn't talk. He just like I suggest that one. That one I can.
Okay, let me try. Donald Duck. I don't know. Flip. What does Donald Duck even say? You're right. When was the last time I watched a cartoon? Damn. I can't remember now. Oh my god, we're so bad at this. Donald Duck. I sound like a cat with a fur ball. I'm trying to get his voice.
I stopped watching Donald Duck when I saw Donald Duck eating a chicken. Like,
when I saw Donald Duck eating a chicken.
He was holding fucking knife and there was a chicken in front. I'm like, does he realize that? Like, this is the same family.
Suffering succotash. Okay, no, that's the other guy. What's his name? I can't remember. Storm saying we should try Dr. Frankenstein. Keep up the theme. It's alive. He's alive. I mean, Dr. Frankenstein. That's so easy though. That's like a, isn't it? Wasn't it? It's alive. He's alive. Ah! I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that
Vision's just like, yeah, you got it. We'll move on. Oh man. Um, Talent saying my night is made. Thanks for the Dylan Elephant impersonation. You're welcome, Talent. Um, uh, Adrian Bloom saying stay humble. You're a cool dude. He's referring to you. Um, let's see here. Da, 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 da. People liking my Beth Eleutheria impersonation, saying "cock funny, Beth. That is so you." Oh man. That's funny. Okay, so Grim asking us to do. That's like a okay. So I'm gonna say what he's asking us to do. He's asking us to do Zuma trying to count or express millions. I feel that that's like an overdone impersonation, like asking us to do Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll,
I'll,
I'll, I'll be back. Do you want to try Zuma counting?
like what is it? What okay? The number of COVID cases is 345,500,045. Listen properly. Listen. 345,000, 2,000. Hey, listen properly. He convinces you that it's you who's listening wrong. Listen properly.
Oh man, that is good. That is really good. All right. Oh my word. Yanni all the time asks me to do that. When was the last time you watched ETV?
ETV.
Yeah.
Like which guy?
So the voiceover of E.
Oh, that guy who said that. Oh, okay. Next is Scandal. Only on E.
Yeah. So that's what Yanni always
Tune in tonight. WWE. Only on E.
yeah, your whole face goes like
No.
ah.
That's
It's so funny. Tonight on E. I don't know. I feel like I'm making him sound Mexican.
yeah. Friday Action Night. WWE. Only.
Let's see here. What else? Bugs Bunny. Uh, oh man, how does he talk again? Like, okay, so I always used to do this. Eh, what's up, Doc? And then we got Daffy Duck. It's a lot of cartoons tonight. Daffy Duck, Daffy Duck. That's the Daffy.
That's part of that. That's part of the other one. What's that? Donald Duck. Daffy Duck, Donald Duck. The old ducks.
Yes, yes, okay, yes. Daffy Duck's the one that doesn't wear anything. Like he's the black. He's black. He's a black duck, and he doesn't wear anything. He's always in the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, it's Looney Tunes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. He's kind of like Sylvester in a sense because he has that like lisp as well.
Mm.
I've never thought I would. I don't know. I can't. I don't know, guys. I'm not. I haven't watched these cartoons in years. Apparently, Kat says, "Stop it! I am the best Donald Duck impersonator, but Darwin Duck, or Darkwing Duck, sorry, is better." I remember. I barely remember Darkwing Duck as well. Someone. Okay, fine. Keegan. Keegan wants us to do Trump.
I don't. No one knows the system better than Donald Trump. Like, nobody knows the finance department better than me. Nobody.
You you just did an impersonation of Chris Rock impersonating Trump. It was good though. It was good. All right, let me.
Yeah.
I've done Trump before, but let me see if I can. Let me see if I can. Okay. COVID is COVID is up, and then it went down, and then it went up, and then it went down again. We are the best at the moment. All right. Cyril is doing a great job right now. Okay. He's doing a great job. He's my best friend. We don't talk much, but I know what he's up to. We are the best. Make Africa great again. It's all right. It's not the best. um,
Can you see Kim's suggestion there down there?
Kim.
Yes.
Kim. I'm looking for a Kim. Kim.
Yeah, because she sent me something on WhatsApp to say you should read her suggestion. So because I can't see any suggestion, I can't see. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
see.
yeah. I don't see a Kim.
Oh yeah, it's written Keegan, the Keegan one.
Oh, that was it. It was Trump. It was the Trump one. Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Um, Talent saying do Zuma, but we've already done Zuma. Let's see here. Chewbacca. Oh my word, that's difficult. I've never ever been able to do Chewbacca, ever. That's what happens when I try and do Chewbacca. Like I don't even know
I
what
can't
it's.
do that. I can't
Nah,
do that.
no. Um, let's see here. All ducks, yes, they are. All right, one more. We'll do one more. Let's see here. Arnold Schwarzenegger. We'll do Arnold Schwarzenegger. I kind of alluded to him earlier. Um, I'll go first. Let me ask you a question first. Vision, do you know what Arnold Schwarzenegger's favorite car is?
No, what's the favorite car?
It's an Audi. It's a terrible
I'll be
joke.
back.
It's a terrible joke. It's a terrible joke. It's not. It's quite a hack joke. But yeah, that's every time someone asks me to do Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think of that like Audi.
Well, you just have to say I'll be back. Then that yeah. I think you should copyright I'll be back. Like it's his now. Like actually.
Let me see if I can do that. I'll be back. Yeah, kind of, sort of. Get to the chopper. Get down. Yeah, that one I can do. Do you want to try?
No, don't worry. Let's go. Let's come on. It's enough of impressions now. Like, I don't know who I am now.
It's all right, man. But thank you for playing along, and thank you to our audience for also giving in some of those suggestions. Some of them were really interesting and fun. Some of them were weird, but it's okay. It's part of having fun. And now people in the chats are doing weird things. Um, Joe Kim K Smith saying, Joe, you will love Vision's impression. Okay, that's a weird comment, but okay. I do. I do like his impressions. So what I wanted to ask you earlier as well. So you've been doing comedy now for a long time or a while. You recently did a show. You've been doing things online. You are a scientist. You are a man you're a very interesting individual and very interesting person, Vision. I'm very happy that you came onto the show tonight. But I always like to ask my comedian friends a very important question. And I hope that you have a good one for us, or at least the answer is a good one for us, because we've heard a lot of different answers to this question. So I'm really hoping it's going to be a good one. Tell us the story of your most embarrassing gig.
Okay, like yo, that's crazy. So my first time, like, look, I thought I was like, you know what, I'm funny. Like, when you're with your friends and stuff, you're funny, they're laughing. Then I invited my boss,
Ooh.
my boss, and Kim. Kim was there. You see, Kim was in the comments. She's my colleague. I work with her. She came, so I had like five of my colleagues there. Then I thought 5 minutes is just like short time. I'm like, I'm gonna kill this. That's my first time on stage. I didn't know how to hold the mic. I didn't know how to do anything. Then my boss was in the crowd. You understand? I did 2 minutes. I forgot half of my jokes. Like, now on stage, I'm thinking this woman is actually gonna fire me because like I wasted the time. Yeah, that was. But so when I got off stage, she was like, "You improved." When someone tell you that, it just shows that wow, this was crazy. That was really crazy.
You improved. I've
Then I
had.
told her, "You're gonna be fine. You improved." No, now I just wish I can invite her like, to the next show, show her that look, I have improved. Because I think she still have that image. You say this guy he can't do comedy. I think. But she was nice about it. She was nice about it. When you don't want to hurt someone's feelings, but you're just disappointed as well. Like that's what she had. Like she had a mix of feelings.
Oh man. Well, that's the thing though. Your first gigs and your first again your first time on stage is always going to be a learning experience, and that's something I hope that anybody that's watching this right now, Vision's point of keep going at it. It's very important, and that's true whether it's comedy or your everyday life. Just don't give up. And look, I was like sharing this story as well. So you had your story now, the part where you said, oh, you've improved, right? So so I've had a few moments. I think that's like a moment. How do I explain this? That's like almost like I get that you're being nice. Like I get that this person that said it means to be nice, but I kind of understand what you're actually saying. So I had one of those moments before the lockdown, where I was on a gig with Pius Olo, and his Milk and Honey gig. Do you know that one? Have you performed there? Yeah. So he invited me there, and Rob from Furin was headlining. And obviously, Rob does a phenomenal job. He headlines, everybody's happy. And at the end of the show, I'm hanging out with Rob. We're just catching up, talking, and stuff like that. And then this group of people literally shoved me out of the way. And they're like, "Hey, can we get a picture with you, Rob?" and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I didn't make a big deal out of it, right? And obviously, Rob was very nice and took pictures with everyone. And then the guy, when he was trying to take a picture of Rob, he looks at me and he's like, "Hey, dude, can you take a picture?" And I was like, "Okay, cool, yeah, I'll take a picture." And I took a picture. I was very nice. I didn't say anything. And then then they say thank you, Rob, and all that stuff, and they leave. And then they
Yeah,
come back, and then they're like, "Oh, dude, I'm so sorry, man. You were funny too."
that's too late. That's too late. That's too late. That's too late.
Oh man, I look. It didn't bother me. It's cool. It's always it was just a funny experience, and Rob was laughing and making fun of me afterwards. He was like, "Yeah, that happens." Oh man. But yeah, these are you know what, this is what these stories are what I miss of the industry at the moment. Just going out there and performing to people and then mingling with them after the show. That actually is something I wanted to ask. After the show was done, the one that you were at last week, did everyone just leave immediately?
Yeah, basically there was no chilling. There was no chilling. So because also like people were running because there's curfew, so people were like they had to go home before curfew and stuff like that.
Mm.
So yeah, people they just like dispersed quickly and there was no interaction. Like there was no deep interaction. So yeah, I mean it's a new weird thing that's happening, but I think we'll get used to what's happening.
Yeah. Well, hopefully things will turn around to somewhat back to normal sooner rather than later. I personally can't wait to get back onto a stage again. But yeah, okay, cool. So we're heading into the hour already. So Vision, thank you so much for being on my show, man. I really, really, really enjoyed having you, and I'll definitely have you back. I'm sure there's more we can talk about. I'm very interested to know more about your job and stuff. What I usually do with my guests at the end of a show is I give them a moment or two to say something, anything you want to say to the audience that are watching, whether it be now or later. And don't hang up. As I sign off, I will chat to you after when I go off air. I'll give you a proper bye. But if there's anything you want to say now to the audience, here's your chance.
Okay, I just want to say thank you to the audience because some of them are my colleagues and the other ones, like Talent is my uncle. Yeah, they have been supporting me, So, basically, I come from a strong Christian background, see? So I do kind of clean comedy. I do clean comedy, but they don't agree that it's clean comedy, you understand? Because, I don't say sex, I say the number after five. You see, so I say, when you're doing that act, that beautiful act, the number after five, which is six. So I don't, I also don't say condoms. I say, I don't want to get kids or HIV, so I buy gloves and I buy extra large. So I buy extra large gloves because I have large hands. So you see that? So they do say it's clean comedy, but they feel like it's not really clean. You understand? But they have been supporting me for like a long time, and yeah, I do appreciate. Thank you to everyone. So yeah, that's basically say thanks to people who support me and who, let me keep going. That's good, man. Like I do appreciate, their comment, their criticism and stuff like that. That's good.
Fantastic.
So my jokes basically are they're oriented to base on change. I do change jokes, and some jokes they don't like them. You see, some jokes my friends are like, we are too afraid to laugh at that joke. That's sad. You know, like I did a joke about like I said I bought a Jesus Christ portrait, so I wanted to put it on my wall. So I had a bag of nails and a hammer. We all know the story of Jesus. So you see, people were like, and I'm like, I don't want to be nailed for that. Like you said, so so they do support me, but they sometimes are afraid of laughing. And I'm like, you know what? We don't want to go to hell, but so they do support me, but they have but other criticism to say no, man, that was too much. You should not do that joke. But yeah, man.
All right. All right, Vision, thank you so much for joining me tonight. It was a pleasure getting to know you, and I hope you'll come back again soon. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing the online stuff. Keep making people laugh. We need it more than ever at a time like this. And keep up the good work that you do in your personal capacity, in your personal work. You're fighting in the front line, so much appreciated, and thank you so much. So for those of you that want to follow Vision, he's got Instagram, he's got Facebook, and he has a YouTube channel. I will put links in the description after the show. so that you guys can go and check him out. And please do follow, please do support. Very interesting guy, very funny guy. So once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. Please give this video a like. Please share this with people and let them get to know Vision. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I will be back here at 8:30. We'll be talking with some fellow comedians about the dark side of comedy. Vision, you may want to watch that one, and maybe we'll see you in the chats. But yeah, we're going to be talking about, some of the dark sides of comedy, such as joke theft, clicks, looking at comedy from a business point of view, which some of the comedians don't actually do, and what gigs, if any, can be harmful to the comedy industry rather than good for the comedy industry. We're going to be talking about all that at 8:30 with Mikhail Kanaka, Storm Legacy, Peter Sawanga, and Vanna Weber and myself will be having a chat, and Oba King Moreau will also be on the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. If I don't see you at 8:30, stay safe, be kind to one another, and I'll see you at the next one. Good night. Hey guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a share. That's how my content gets out there. Also, don't be afraid to comment. I usually do respond to the comments in the comment section below. If you want to support my channel, please go to the link in the description below, support my channel, and you'll be taken to my website, which has all the details. Also, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Also, feel free to check out the links below to my social media accounts. Give me a follow, and I'll see you at the next one.